Sydney, just the name conjures up images, sails of the opera house gleaming in the sun, the harbour bridge, a steel giant against a brilliant blue sky. It's a city that sits on the edge of the world where the Pacific crashes against a vibrant modern metropolis. And vibrant it is. A city that pulses with energy. A place where you can feel the history but also taste the future. Sydney is a city of contradictions, where the old embraces the new, where the natural world exists in perfect harmony with the man-made. It's a city that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left. And trust me, you won't want to leave. So come with me. Let's dive into the heart and soul of Sydney. Let's explore the flavors, the sounds, the very essence of this incredible city. Sydney is a city defined by its relationship with the water. The harbour is its lifeblood, its playground. It wraps around the city, a shimmering, ever-present companion, and it's impossible to ignore its pull. Walk along the waterfront, feel the salty breeze on your face, watch the ferries crisscross the harbour, their wakes like white ribbons on the blue. Look up at the towering skyscrapers, a testament to the city's ambition. And yet, amidst all this urban energy, nature never feels far away. Lush parks and gardens dot the city, offering pockets of tranquility. And of course, there are the beaches, Bondi, Manly, Coogee, each one a slice of paradise. It's this unique blend of urban and natural that makes Sydney so special. A city that can be both exhilarating and relaxing. A place where you can be as busy or as laid back as you like. But Sydney is more than just its stunning scenery. It's a melting pot of cultures. A place where the world comes to meet. Walk down the streets and you'll hear a dozen different languages, smell 100 different spices. The city's Aboriginal heritage is deeply woven into its fabric. You can feel it in the air, see it in the art, hear it in the stories. And alongside this ancient culture, a vibrant mix of nationalities thrives. From Chinatown to Little Italy, each neighborhood has its own distinct flavor, its own story to tell. This cultural fusion is reflected in everything from the food to the music to the art. It's what gives Sydney its unique energy and vibrancy. Sydney is a city that often gets categorized for its beauty. And don't get me wrong, it's a damn good-looking city, but to reduce it to just its looks is to do it a disservice, because beneath the surface there's a depth and complexity that's waiting to be discovered. A city with a rich history and a vibrant present. A city that's constantly evolving, always pushing the boundaries. So, come hungry. Not just for the food, which is incredible, but hungry for experiences, for adventure, for a taste of something different. Sydney won't disappoint. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. No better place to start than the Rocks. This is where it all began, where the first fleet landed in 1788. A rough and tumble place back then, full of convicts, sailors, and all sorts of colourful characters. You can still feel the history in the air in the narrow cobblestone streets. The sandstone buildings, some of the oldest in the city. It's like stepping back in time. Duck into a pub, order a pint, listen to the locals spin yarns. You might just hear a ghost story or two, or wander through the weekend markets. Local artisans selling their wares, everything from handmade jewellery to Aboriginal art. The Rocks is a reminder of Sydney's gritty past. A past it doesn't shy away from. It's a vital part of the city's story, and it's a damn good place to start our adventure. From the Rocks, it's a short walk to Sydney's most iconic landmark, the Opera House. You've seen pictures, sure, but nothing prepares you for the real thing. Those soaring white sails, like something out of a dream. It's a building that shouldn't work, too outlandish, too bold, but somehow it does. It's a testament to the power of human creativity. Take a tour, learn about the architect, Jorn Utzon, a Danish visionary who fought tooth and nail to get his vision built, and the controversy, the cost overruns, the years it took to complete. But once you step inside, all that fades away. The soaring ceilings, the intricate details, the way the light plays on the curves of the building. It's a masterpiece, and that's what Sydney is all about. A city that's not afraid to dream big, to take risks, to create something truly special. Now I know what you're thinking. This city slicker is all about the hustle and bustle. But even I need a break from the chaos sometimes. And there's no better place to find it than the Royal Botanic Garden. Just a stone's throw from the Opera House, it's a world away from the city's energy. A green oasis in the heart of it all. Wander through the gardens, breathe in the fresh air, admire the exotic plants, some of them hundreds of years old. Find a spot by the water, watch the boats go by, listen to the bird song. It's enough to make you forget you're in a city of millions. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of a flying fox. Those giant bats that call Sydney home. They're a sight to behold, let me tell you. All right, enough Serenity for one day. Let's get back into the thick of it. And there's no better place to do that than Circular Quay. And this is the beating heart of Sydney, where the ferries come and go, where the tourists flock, where the street performers ply their trade. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. The smell of salt air and sunscreen, the sound of buskers and seagulls, the sight of ferries churning the water, the bridge looming overhead. Grab a ferry to Manly or take a harbour cruise, just soak up the energy. This is Sydney at its most vibrant. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, why not climb the bridge? Yeah, you heard me right. You can actually climb to the top of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The views are supposed to be incredible. One of the things I love most about Sydney is its diversity. People from all over the world call this city home. And that's reflected in the food, the culture, the very fabric of the city. Take Chinatown, for example. Just a short walk from the city centre, it's a feast for the senses. The smell of spices and sizzling food hits you the moment you step off the train. Duck into a restaurant, order some dumplings, or try the Peking duck. It's some of the best you'll find outside of China. And don't forget the markets. You can find everything from fresh produce to souvenirs to traditional Chinese medicine. Or head over to Little Italy. It's a bit more laid back than Chinatown, but the food is just as good. Pizza, pasta, gelato, it's all here. And the coffee, forget about it. Some of the best in the world. Sydney's not just about food, though. The art scene here is off the hook, from world-class galleries to street art that'll blow your mind. Start with the Art Gallery of New South Wales. It's got a killer collection of Australian art, Indigenous, modern, you name it. Plus the building itself is a work of art. Then there's the Museum of Contemporary Art, always pushing the boundaries, challenging the status quo. You might not like everything you see, but it'll definitely make you think. And don't forget to keep your eyes peeled for street art. It's everywhere in Sydney, from murals that cover entire buildings to stencils and tags hidden down alleyways. It's a constantly evolving outdoor gallery. As the sun starts to set, Sydney takes on a whole new energy. The sky explodes in a kaleidoscope of colours. The city lights begin to twinkle and the night is young. Head down to the harbour and watch the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge light up. It's a magical sight. Or find a rooftop bar, sip on a cocktail and soak up the views. There are plenty to choose from, each with its own unique vibe. And if you're looking for something a little more low-key, catch a show at the Sydney Opera House or check out a band in one of the city's many live music venues. Sydney doesn't sleep, and neither should you. There's too much to see and do. All right, let's talk about what really matters. Food. The universal language that brings people together, transcending borders and cultures. And when it comes to food, Sydney is a city that truly knows how to celebrate it. And Sydney's got it in spades. From the bustling streets lined with eateries to the high-end restaurants that dot the skyline, this city is a food lover's paradise. This is a city that takes its food seriously. Chefs here are artists crafting dishes that are as beautiful as they are delicious. Diners savour each bite, knowing they're experiencing something special. From world-class restaurants to hole-in-the-wall joints that'll knock your socks off. Whether you're in the mood for a 5-star dining experience or a quick, tasty bite, Sydney has it all. But to really get a taste of Sydney, you've got to hit the markets. These vibrant hubs are where the city's culinary heart beats the strongest. Places like Paddy's Market in Chinatown. It's a sensory overload in the best possible way. A riot of colours, smells and sounds. The energy here is palpable, with vendors calling out their wares and shoppers bustling about. Vendors hawking everything from fresh seafood to exotic fruits. You'll find ingredients here that you won't see anywhere else. Load up on fresh veggies, snag some juicy mangoes, and discover new flavors that will tantalize your taste buds. Maybe even try some durian if you're feeling brave. This spiky fruit is infamous for its strong smell, but those who dare to taste it often find it surprisingly delicious. The smell alone is an experience. It's something you won't forget, that's for sure. Or head over to the Sydney Fish Market, the biggest fish market in the Southern Hemisphere. This place is a seafood lover's dream come true. You'll find every kind of seafood imaginable, from the common to the exotic. It's a feast for the eyes as much as it is for the stomach. From prawns the size of your head to fish so fresh they practically leap off the ice, to oysters fresh out of the water, these delicacies are shucked right in front of you, ready to be enjoyed. Grab a seat at one of the outdoor tables where you can enjoy your meal with a view. Order up a plate of fish and chips, a classic that never disappoints. Wash it down with a cold beer, the perfect complement to your seafood feast, and watch the boats go by. The gentle sway of the water and the bustling activity of the market create a unique atmosphere. It doesn't get much better than that. Sydney's food scene is a feast for the senses, offering something for everyone. Whether you're a local or a visitor, the culinary delights of this city are not to be missed. But Sydney's food scene is about more than just markets. There's a real emphasis on fresh local ingredients. Chefs are partnering with farmers, bringing the paddock to the plate. Take a trip out to the countryside, visit a winery, sample some local cheeses, and meet the people who are passionate about producing amazing food. Then head back to the city and experience those ingredients transformed into culinary masterpieces. Restaurants like Key and Tetsuya's are leading the way, pushing the boundaries of Australian cuisine. But you don't have to break the bank to eat well in Sydney. There are plenty of affordable options that are just as delicious. Keep an eye out for places with long lines. That's usually a good sign. One of the things that makes Sydney's food scene so exciting is its diversity. You can find flavours from every corner of the globe here. Craving Italian, head to Leichhardt. For Vietnamese, it's all about cabramatta. And for the best Lebanese food outside of Beirut, you can't go past Lakemba. The best part is you don't have to choose just one cuisine. Mix it up. Grab some dumplings in Chinatown for lunch. Then have a curry in Harris Park for dinner. The possibilities are endless. And don't be afraid to try something new. You might just discover your new favorite dish. All right, let's talk coffee, because Australians take their coffee seriously. And Sydney is no exception. Forget Starbucks. You won't find any of that here. Instead, you've got independent cafes on every corner, each one with its own unique character. And baristas, who are artists in their own right, order a flat white or a latte or even a long black if you're feeling brave, and take your time. Savor every sip. And while you're at it, why not treat yourself to something sweet? Sydney's got a killer dessert scene. From classic bakeries to innovative pastry chefs pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Grab a lamington or a Tim Tam or try a pavlova. It's a meringue-based dessert with fruit and whipped cream, and it's damn delicious. Now, I'm all about trying new things, but sometimes you just want something familiar, something comforting, something that reminds you of home. That's where the local favourites come in, the places that have been around for years, serving up the same dishes that have been satisfying Sydneysiders for generations. Ask a local where to find the best meat pies, or the best fish and chips, or the best burger in town. They'll point you in the right direction. And don't be afraid to venture off the beaten path. Some of the best food in Sydney is found in the most unexpected places. All right, let's talk about something truly special, waterfront dining, because there's nothing quite like enjoying a delicious meal with a view of Sydney Harbour. Head down to Darling Harbour or Circular Quay or even Manly and find a table with a view, order up some fresh seafood or maybe a juicy steak and a bottle of something local and just soak it all in, the food, the view, the atmosphere. It's an experience you won't soon forget. As the night winds down, it's time for a nightcap, and Sydney's got no shortage of options. From swanky cocktail bars to cozy pubs, find a spot that suits your mood, order up a drink, and reflect on the day's culinary adventures. Sydney's food scene is a reflection of the city itself, diverse, vibrant, and always evolving. It's a city that's not afraid to experiment, to push the boundaries, to surprise you, and that's what makes it so damn exciting. All right, let's talk about what truly makes Sydney special. It's not just the food, the culture, or the history, although those are all damn good reasons to visit. No, what sets this city apart is its unique relationship with the ocean. The Pacific Ocean isn't just a backdrop here, it's a constant presence. It crashes against the cliffs, laps at the harbour shores, and calls to you from every corner of the city. And trust me, it's a call you'll want to answer. Because Sydney's beaches aren't just places to sunbathe, they're living, breathing parts of the city's soul. They're where locals and visitors alike come to escape the urban jungle, to reconnect with nature, and to feel the sand between their toes. So grab your swimsuit, slather on some sunscreen, and let's dive headfirst into Sydney's aquatic playground. No trip to Sydney is complete without a visit to Bondi Beach. This iconic destination is more than just a stretch of sand. It's a cultural landmark that embodies the laid-back, sun-soaked lifestyle that Australia is famous for. Whether you're a local or a tourist, Bondi Beach offers something for everyone. It's the city's most iconic stretch of sand, and for good reason. The beach is a perfect crescent of golden sand, framed by rugged cliffs and the deep blue of the Pacific Ocean. It's a place where the natural beauty of the landscape meets the vibrant energy of the people who visit. The moment you step onto that pristine white sand and feel the ocean breeze on your face, you understand why Bondi is more than just a beach, it's a state of mind. The soft, warm sand under your feet and the rhythmic sound of the waves create a sense of peace and relaxation that is hard to find anywhere else. The energy here is electric. From the early morning joggers to the late-night beach parties, Bondi Beach is always alive with activity. It's a place where people come to celebrate life, to enjoy the simple pleasures of sun, sand and surf. Surfers carving up the waves, kids building sandcastles, and families enjoying a day out. The beach is a playground for all ages. The waves at Bondi are perfect for both beginners and experienced surfers, making it a popular spot for surf schools and enthusiasts alike. Backpackers soaking up the sun. Travelers from all over the world come to Bondi to experience its unique charm. The beach is a melting pot of cultures where you can hear a dozen different languages being spoken as you walk along the shore and locals catching up over coffee. It's a scene that's both chaotic and captivating. The beachside cafes and restaurants offer a perfect spot to relax and watch the world go by, with the sound of the waves providing a soothing backdrop. Take a dip in the ocean. The water's surprisingly refreshing, especially on a hot summer day. The crystal clear waters are perfect for swimming, snorkeling, or just floating and enjoying the view. Or just park yourself on the sand and watch the world go by. There's something incredibly relaxing about sitting on the beach, feeling the sun on your skin, and watching the waves roll in. Grab a burger from one of the beachside cafes or try some fresh seafood. The local cuisine is as vibrant and diverse as the beach itself. The food here is a reflection of the multicultural community that calls Bondi home. Or head up to the Bondi Icebergs Club for a cold beer with a view that'll knock your socks off. The club is a Bondi institution, offering stunning views of the beach and the ocean beyond. Bondi is a place that gets under your skin, a place that stays with you long after you've left. It's a place where you can lose yourself in the moment and embrace the carefree Aussie spirit. Whether you're here for a day or a lifetime, Bondi Beach is a place that will always call you back. So come and experience the magic of Bondi Beach for yourself. Feel the sun on your face, the sand between your toes, and the ocean breeze in your hair. It's a place where memories are made and where the spirit of Australia comes alive. But Bondi's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Sydney's coastal beauty. Lace up your walking shoes and get ready to explore the hidden gems that lie just beyond the city's borders. The Bondi to Coogee Coastal Walk is a must-do. This 6-kilometre path winds its way along the cliff tops, offering breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean, secluded beaches and dramatic rock formations. Along the way you'll stumble upon hidden coves, perfect for a quick dip in the ocean, and secret beaches that feel a world away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Keep an eye out for the Aboriginal rock carvings at Mackenzie's Point, a reminder of the ancient history embedded in this land. And if you're feeling adventurous, keep walking beyond Coogee to discover the beaches of Bronte, Tamarama and Maroubra, each one with its own unique charm and character. Now, I know what you're thinking. This guy's obsessed with the water, and I'll admit there's something about the ocean that just speaks to my soul. But Sydney's natural beauty goes beyond its beaches. Head inland and you'll find a city dotted with lush parks and gardens, each one a green oasis amidst the urban sprawl. The Royal Botanic Garden, right in the heart of the city, offers a tranquil escape from the hustle and bustle. Wander through the gardens, admire the exotic plants, and find a shady spot to enjoy a picnic lunch. For something a little wilder, head south to the Royal National Park, a sprawling natural wonderland with hiking trails, waterfalls, and Aboriginal heritage sites. And for a taste of Asia in the heart of Sydney, visit the Chinese Garden of Friendship, a serene oasis of ponds, pagodas, and hidden pathways. Look, you can't come to Sydney and not experience the city from the water. It's like going to Rome and skipping the Colosseum. It's just not right. And trust me, there's no shortage of ways to get your aquatic fix. Rent a kayak and paddle around the harbour, getting up close and personal with the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. Charter a sailboat and feel the wind in your hair as you cruise past iconic landmarks and hidden coves. Or for a truly unforgettable experience, head out on a whale-watching tour during the migration season. There's nothing quite like seeing these majestic creatures up close in their natural habitat. And if you're feeling adventurous, why not try scuba diving or snorkeling? Sydney's coastline is teeming with marine life, from colourful fish to playful seals. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sydney sounds amazing, but it also sounds exhausting. The hustle and bustle, the constant movement, the never-ending noise. It can all be a bit overwhelming. But don't let that deter you. Sydney is a city of contrasts, where the fast-paced urban life coexists with pockets of tranquility and calm. It's all about knowing where to look and how to find those hidden gems that offer a respite from the chaos. And this city has a pulse that's hard to ignore. The energy is palpable, the streets are alive, and there's always something happening. From the bustling markets to the vibrant nightlife, Sydney is a city that never sleeps. But amidst all this activity, there are serene spots waiting to be discovered. But believe it or not, it's also possible to find moments of peace and quiet amidst the urban chaos. Picture yourself in one of Sydney's lush parks, surrounded by greenery, the sounds of the city fading into the background. These parks are like little oases, offering a break from the noise and a chance to reconnect with nature. Start your day with a walk along the harbour foreshore, the early morning light casting a magical glow on the water and the city skyline, the gentle lapping of the waves, the fresh morning air, the sight of the sun rising over the horizon. It's a perfect way to begin your day with a sense of calm and wonder. Find a hidden cafe tucked away in one of Sydney's many laneways and savour a cup of coffee while watching the world go by. These cosy spots offer a quiet retreat where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy a moment of solitude, or even engage in some people-watching, observing the city's rhythm from a peaceful vantage point. Or escape the city altogether and take a ferry to one of the harbour islands. Cockatoo Island, with its convict history and art installations, provides a unique blend of history, culture, and tranquility. Walking through the island, you can almost feel the stories of the past whispering through the air, offering a contemplative experience away from the city's hustle. Or Shark Island, a tranquil oasis perfect for a picnic lunch with panoramic harbour views. Spread out a blanket, enjoy a leisurely meal, and take in the stunning scenery. The island's serene environment makes it an ideal spot for relaxation and reflection, far removed from the urban frenzy. Remember, adventure doesn't always have to be about adrenaline and excitement. Sometimes it's about slowing down, taking a deep breath, and finding joy in the simple, quiet moments. It's about allowing yourself to be present, to appreciate the beauty around you, and to find peace within. Sometimes it's about finding those moments of peace and quiet, those moments of connection with yourself and the world around you. So next time you find yourself in Sydney, take a moment to seek out these serene spots. They might just become your favourite part of the city. As the sun begins its descent, casting a warm glow over the city, it's time to reflect on the day's adventures. Whether you've spent the day surfing at Bondi Beach, exploring hidden coves, or simply soaking up the city's unique energy, one thing's for sure. Sydney has a way of getting under your skin. It's a city that embraces life to the fullest, a city that's constantly evolving, a city that never fails to surprise and inspire. So raise a glass, whether it's a local craft beer, a crisp Sauvignon Blanc from the nearby Hunter Valley, or a simple glass of Aussie Shiraz, to Sydney, a city that truly has it all. Cheers, mates. So here we are, the end of our little journey. But trust me, this ain't no tearful goodbye. Sydney's the kind of place that stays with you, long after you've packed your bags and hopped on that plane. It's the taste of salt air on your lips, the feel of sand between your toes, the sound of buskers on a street corner, the sight of the opera house bathed in the golden light of sunset. These memories, they linger, like the scent of eucalyptus on a summer breeze. You might not always be able to put your finger on it, but there's just something about Sydney. Something that gets under your skin and stays there. It's a feeling, an energy, a knowing that you've experienced something truly special. One thing I've learned over the years, travel ain't just about the destination, it's about the journey. And Sydney, well, it's a city that begs to be explored. From the moment you step off that plane, you can feel it. The air crackles with a sense of possibility, like anything is possible, and it is. Whether you're scaling the heights of the harbour bridge, or diving deep into the underwater world, or simply wandering down a hidden laneway, discovering a secret bar. Sydney rewards the curious. It's a city that encourages you to get out there, to push your boundaries, to embrace the unknown, and that's a damn good thing. One of the things that makes Sydney so captivating is its sheer diversity. It's a city of contrasts, where the modern and the ancient collide, where natural beauty meets urban grit. You can spend your morning hiking through a rainforest and your afternoon sipping cocktails on a rooftop bar overlooking the harbour. You can eat your weight in dumplings in Chinatown, then catch a world-class opera at the Opera House. The possibilities are endless, and that's what makes it so damn exciting. There's something for everyone in Sydney, whether you're an adrenaline junkie, a culture vulture, or a foodie with a taste for adventure. Now, I've been to a lot of cities in my time, and I gotta say there's something special about the way Sydney blends the urban with the natural. It's a city built on the edge of the world, where the Pacific Ocean crashes against a backdrop of towering skyscrapers, where lush parks and gardens provide a green escape from the concrete jungle. You can be walking down a bustling city street one minute, and the next you're staring out at the ocean, feeling the sand between your toes. It's this constant interplay between the man-made and the natural that gives Sydney its unique energy. Sydney's a global city, no doubt about it. But beneath that cosmopolitan veneer, there's a warmth, a friendliness, a genuine sense of community. Maybe it's the sunshine. Maybe it's the laid-back beach culture. Whatever it is, there's something about the people of Sydney that makes you feel welcome. They're quick with a smile, eager to share their city with you, and always up for a chat, whether you're asking for directions or just sharing a beer at a local pub. It's this down-to-earth spirit, this genuine warmth that makes Sydney feel less like a city and more like a home away from home. As I stand here looking out over this incredible city, I can't help but feel a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the experiences, the memories, the flavors, the sounds, the people. Sydney, you've been good to me, you've challenged me, inspired me, and left me wanting more. But this ain't goodbye, it's see you later. Because I know I'll be back. There's still so much more to explore, so much more to taste, so much more to experience. Until next time, Sydney, stay wild, stay free, stay you. So, let's raise a glass. To Sydney, the Emerald City. A city that shimmers like a jewel on the edge of the world. A city that's both familiar and exotic, comforting and exhilarating. A city that will steal your heart and leave you forever changed. Cheers, Sydney. It's been real. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures.